Hello guys, it is I, Tallest Lenny, and today I'm going to be making a Toxic Springtrap Speedpaint because I really adore that design and the FNAF movie is coming out this month. So without further ado, let's get into it. In my references, you can see a screenshot from one of the FNAF trailers. Honestly, that screenshot is the sole reason I'm doing this video. It just looks so cool, and if anything, I'm gonna say that the FNAF movie has some sick designs. Everything else, though, I am immensely worried about just because I'm seeing some major parallels between the FNAF movie and the first Sonic movie. So, honestly, I'm panicking. I wonder what's going to be canon, what's not going to be canon, how the characters are going to interact with each other, and this movie is probably going to be dumbed down a little bit so that it has more general appeal to audiences. Obviously, it's going to be for the fans, but you also have to remember that there are probably going to be some grandparents taking their grandkids to see this movie as well. So, yeah, I think they're going to have a lot of explanations in the first movie, and then the movies after that are going to dive much deeper into the lore if we ever get sequels for them. I don't know. And at first I wanted to draw the puppet, but then I decided that I didn't feel like drawing a lot of characters and just wanted to do Springtrap, so between speed paints I changed the canvas into a square. More about the movie though, it's very interesting they decided to have Vanessa in this first movie. I don't know where the lore is at right now. It's kind of hard for me to ever be a theory craftist myself considering I don't have any of the books, nor do I really have the desire to read them, but regardless, it just seems interesting, you know? Help Wanted 2 is gonna come out after the movie, and I wonder how all of these things are gonna connect together or what story they're going to be trying to tell. I also didn't expect Help Wanted 2 to exist in the first place, as you can see in my FNAF video I made a few months back. I just didn't expect it, but I guess I just forgot that they never adapted Sister Location or FNAF 4. I didn't expect them to do Sister Location, but FNAF 4 was missing, I believe. So it only makes sense. I just wonder what they're going to do with FNAF 4, considering the dream theory and all of that stuff. I feel like out of everything this year, Help Wanted 2 is going to have the most lore implications, or at least probably the major ones. And the thing is that I don't think they have many games left to adapt. Like FNAF 4, Sister Location, they're never gonna do Ultimate Custom Night because why would they do that? That just sounds like a nightmare to try and code. So that only leaves us with Pizzeria Simulator, maybe. So it seems like they'd have a lot of room for minigames. And hey, they could even add a DLC to this one too. Though I'm not entirely sure how to feel about the fact that every major FNAF game Steelwool has created, it has come up with a DLC of some sort. That is predicting that Help Wanted 2 will also have one. And I just hope they don't rely on DLCs too much. I want them to have a good full-fledged game before deciding to add more to it. I really hope they don't do the Pokemon thing. Sword and Shield's DLCs were both pretty good and expansive, but then Part 1 of Scarlet and Violet's DLC was not worth the $35. Granted, the $35 also includes the second part of the DLC, but Part 1 was just kinda lacking. It brought back some of my favorite Pokemon, but the story was just so short, and I just fought the same two people over and over again. I was kinda surprised that I completed it so fast, and I'm the kind of person who completes their Pokemon game in a few days or a week. Still, though, it went by super fast for me, and I was kind of shocked. There just wasn't that much to it, unfortunately. But Part 2 looks much more promising, regardless. Let's get back to FNAF, okay? And recently, I've seen that in the FNAF movie they've been trying to scale down the red eyes aspect a lot more, and my personal opinion of the red eyes thing is that there was just a better way to convey evil or angry. They could have done Golden Freddy eyes. Maybe it would have confused people, but even then, the Golden Freddy eyes are still menacing, so I still think that it could have worked. The red eyes just look a little bit weird on them, in my opinion, but it's not to the point where I would, get mad about it. I definitely prefer their normal eyes, but I can see the red eyes being good at certain moments. I just hope they don't overuse it. Oh, and since you've made it so far into the video, depending on when this video releases, I may actually be streaming and ranking the FNAF games. So if you want to see that, I'll probably provide a link down below, or you could just watch out for it on the weekend, probably at 3 p.m., at least in Eastern Standard Time. And with all of that, my Toxic Springtrap Speedpaint is getting very close to getting done. Wow, I'm so good with words today. That was not redundant at all. But, yeah. Here is the sketch. It's very basic. I was just getting the pose down. There's not much to say, so quickly we can transition into the final drawing. It's a bit rough. I haven't been drawing digitally that much lately, probably because I've been doing so much traditional stuff in my art class. But thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good day, morning, night, whatever time it is when you're watching this, and just have a good time. Goodbye, and I'll see you guys later.